Today we are getting healthy in the kitchen and making 19-calorie, sugar-free keto chocolate chip cookies. These cookies are dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, sugar-free, packed with fiber, good for digestion, and will help you satisfy your sweet tooth while still honoring your health. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm always getting crafty and creative in the kitchen. On my Instagram stories, I post all the recipe concoctions that I'm making. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me. Come on over, hang out. I'm arolineJordan Fitness. So check out my stories for my latest recipe action. But these cookies I post all the time, and so many people DM me and ask me how I'm making these sugar-free, high-fiber cookies. So I finally decided to film the recipe so that you can make them yourself and test them out and see if you like them or not. I've posted the full recipe as a link in the description box below. So click that link for the exact measurements of each of the ingredients and the directions for how to make these cookies yourself. The first thing you'll do is make a flax egg. You take 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed and you combine it with 6 tablespoons of water. You put it in a bowl, mix it up, and stick it in your fridge for 15 minutes. So you need to have the flax eggs in advance before you really start creating these cookies. Second thing you'll do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees and take a baking sheet, ta-da, and spray it lightly with coconut oil spray on top of some parchment paper. This is the Trader Joe's coconut oil spray. I love this stuff, super awesome. Next, you're going to combine your dry ingredients, which I've got my almond flour, I've got my oat fiber, and this, if you've not seen oat fiber, is not to be mistaken with oat flour. It's made by grinding the leftover hulls that have been separated from oat groats. This is an insoluble fiber that has great water absorbing ability and dissolves easily. It's really awesome for low carb baking, and it will help you in the digestion department if you need to get things moving. So definitely check out the oat fiber, and again, I've included a link on where to get this in the description box below. So you have your almond flour, your oat fiber, and then you have your Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. So I've played around with different Lakanto, either it's powdered or granular or brown or golden sweeteners. I like the powdered because it makes the cookie a little bit fluffier, but if you do the granular, the cookie is a little bit crispier. So it's kind of whatever is your preference. So you've got your flour, your oat flour, your powdered sugar. Then you've got some vanilla extract, almond extract, some baking soda, and then some sea salt. So you combine this all into your bowl, and you're going to add unsweetened applesauce. Make sure it's the unsweetened kind. So I usually get this from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, but you want to make sure it's not sweetened because, man, people put sugar in everything, even applesauce. So unsweetened applesauce. I usually do the half cups because it's just easier to measure it out when you do the cups versus the jar of applesauce. So you take your applesauce, you take your flax egg, and you combine with your kitchen mixer or with a spoon. Now, I typically start with a spoon because the oat flour, which you'll find, is really poofy. So if you use like a handheld mixer, you're gonna get poofed in the face, which is always like no one needs an oat fiber facial. So watch out. So you mix this around and you'll find that the mixture is actually kind of dry. So it's a little bit dry, and this is where your unsweetened almond milk comes in. So you make sure again that it's unsweetened, no sugar, unsweetened almond milk. You're gonna add as much almond milk as you need to the mixture to make it the consistency that you want. So again, it just depends on what kind of cookies you like. If you like fluffier cookies or if you like crispier cookies, you're just gonna add to taste. Of course, I've given ingredient dimensions in the recipe link, so definitely check that out. So you mix it up and you give it a good stir. And now if you want to, you can leave the chocolate chips out. So say you want a healthier cookie that's less than 19 calories. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Then you would just take the chocolate chips out. But I like a little bit of chocolate chips, so we're gonna add Lily's stevia sweetened chocolate chips. And this is whatever to preference. So you add those in there. I don't like too many chocolate chips, but just enough. And you keep mixing. Mix. Oh, we're having a good time. We're getting a good arm workout. And so there you have my cookie dough. Looks awesome. And we are going to lay the cookies out onto the cookie sheet and bake them in the oven at 350 degrees for 12 to 14 minutes. Depending on your oven, every oven is different. So I'm gonna set these in the oven on this parchment paper that's already been lined with coconut oil spray, and I'll see you once they get out. Ta-da! Our high-fiber, sugar-free chocolate chip cookies are out of the oven, and they are ready for some lovin'. I usually leave these to cool for 30 minutes before serving them up on a plate with some almond milk for some savoring of the sweetness. This recipe was inspired by my work with one of my virtual coaching clients who has type 1 diabetes. She was wanting a sweet that she could make for a birthday party that allowed her to enjoy the celebration while still honoring her health. So this recipe was created thanks to her, and you're gonna have to let me know if you try it out. Once again, the recipe with all of the ingredients and measurements is included below in the description box. So scroll on down, click that link, and learn how to make yourself some high-fiber, sugar-free, keto chocolate chip cookies. You're gonna have to let me know if you try this recipe by leaving me a comment. And of course, if you liked this video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who you feel could benefit from some high-fiber, sugar-free treats too. I'm sending you so much sweetness and positive energy from my kitchen to yours. And I hope to see you again soon at carolinejordanfitness.com.